You ever take a bite of something and immediately wonder if you just peaked as a human being? Yeah, that was me after scarfing this down. This is a no-cook Italian chopped salad wrap. It's spicy, crunchy, creamy, salty, herby, and somehow still refreshing. Even though it's got enough cured meat to put a charcuterie board in therapy. No stove, no oven, no sweat. Just flavor wizardry, a big knife, and a bowl to marry it all together. Congrats to the happy couple. Shout out to everybody who responded to my community post just asking for recipe ideas for the summer. Soupy Soup 9340 was the one that suggested this. Love to see some meal recipes that are no cook or cook quick on the stove. Gets too hot here to have an oven on and the burner's going for too long. And that is a very valid point because when I was actually at my poorest, I definitely had a kitchen that turned into hell. Starting out, we gotta build our sauce. This is a creamy Calabrian chili dressing, a spicy punchy binder that turns chopped ingredients into a wrap-worthy filling. Speaking of ingredients, all of the measurements are down in the description and little graphics on the top left corner. So I'm using mayo as the base, plus some red wine vinegar for tang, Dijon mustard for that back of the throat zing, a little minced or grated garlic, and a spoonful of chopped Calabrian chilies in oil because we also want to get some of that oil for good measure. It is a lot of flavor packed in it, and any chance I get to put Calabrian chilies in anything, I am absolutely going to go for it. Throw in some fresh or dried parsley, and freshly grated Parmesan finishes it off with that salty funk. Stir it all together and taste, and if it doesn't make you whisper, oh yeah, add a little more chili oil or vinegar until it does. Next, let's talk some crunch. Store-bought croutons are getting a glow up. I popped mine in a Ziploc bag and just crushed them up, tossed them with a little olive oil, some garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and more freshly grated Parmesan, and then just let it sit for like 10 minutes so everything soaks in and fuses together like cheesy rubble. And these are going to be getting folded into the salad as well as sprinkled on top, so every bite gives you that deli crusty crunch without touching a skillet. And here's a little move that's going to take this over the top. We're going to season these cherry tomatoes. They've been quartered, they've been salted, and they've been marinated in red wine vinegar, olive oil, and Italian seasoning. And they're like tomato candy, but with acid. Every bite is juicy and sharp in the best way. Just pop these in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes while you get the rest of the stuff ready. Now comes the good stuff. You're gonna chop everything. Greens, meats, cheeses, pickle things, all of it, until it's like deli counter confetti. I use romaine lettuce, radicchio, which is just like tiny purple cabbage, salami, prosciutto, provolone, roasted red peppers, pepperoncini, artichokes or marinated tomatoes, olives, which I don't like olives, but honestly they slap in this recipe, red onion, and Parmesan. No cooking, just grab a big knife, or in my case this pizza cutter that I used previously on a Detroit style pizza, and commit to the chop. And greatest hits of the deli aisle, chopped and ready to toy your taste buds. And hey, if you're thinking, John, that's a lot of ingredients just for a couple of wraps, I got you. These components are leftover friendly. That extra salami and provolone, toss it in a pasta salad or make an upgraded grilled cheese. Prosciutto, wrap it around a melon, asparagus, or just your finger, I don't judge. Treat this like an Italian deli starter pack. You're not wasting food, you're setting yourself up for a week of flavor wins. Plus, once you've had this wrap, you'll definitely want to eat it like 3 days in a row. Trust me, you just will. Now it's party time. In a big bowl, we're gonna toss all that chopped goodness with a few spoonfuls of dressing and about half of our crouton crunch. Mix until creamy and cohesive, but don't make it soupy. Warm up your tortillas slightly so it's flexible, and then just lay down the mix in a tight line across the center. Sprinkle on more crouton shards like a Parmesan gravel road to Crunch Town, and then just fold it in the sides, roll it tight, and slice on a dramatic bias because presentation is half the battle. And you know we're not eating this naked, so down in the description is the pour choice. It is called a Dirty Basil Gin Smash. I was unable to film it, but I definitely want to give you all the recipe for it. Back to the wrap, look at it. It's no cook, but eats like you robbed an Italian deli and rolled it into a tortilla. You've got spice, fat, acid, crunch, and herbaceous zing, everything perfectly chopped and wrapped like a gift. Poor Choices Kitchen, y'all. Tag a friend who needs this in their life, or tag your air conditioner because you just beat the heat and made the best lunch of the summer. And if you want to support the show, head on down to the description, hit up my Patreon for just $1 or YouTube memberships for $2.99. I've also got Amazon affiliate links for all the items I use in this recipe. You all have such a big impact on keeping this flavor train going, and I couldn't do this without you, and honestly, wouldn't want to. So until next time, peace.